Ollie, could you dry the dishes for me?
Sorry, Mom. I'm going out to play. Ollie, could you help us out here? Sorry, guys, but I'm on my way to the park.
Ollie, can you help me here with the leaves?
Sorry, Dad, but I'm going to play with friends.
One moment, my little grasshopper.
Grasshopper?
Ollie, let me tell you a little story. The ants went planting in the month of May, working hard in the sun all day. A little ant asked the grasshopper,
Can you help?
The grasshopper said,
No, not today.
The ants went weeding in the month of June. Every morning and afternoon, a little ant asked the grasshopper,
Can you help?
The grasshopper said,
First I'll fiddle a tune.
The ants went digging in the month of July. When it was wet and when it was dry, a little ant asked the grasshopper,
Can you help?
The grasshopper said,
Sorry, I must fly.
August was busy for the ants. They had no time to play or dance. A little ant asked the grasshopper,
Can you help?
The grasshopper said,
No, not a chance.
In September the ants cut hay, working hard the livelong day. A little ant asked the grasshopper,
Can you help?
The grasshopper said,
What? Me? No way.
In October it was time to pick.
A storm is coming! Quick, quick, quick!
A little ant asked the grasshopper,
Can you help?
The grasshopper said,
Maybe in a little bit.
In November they worked all day, storing all the veggies away. A little ant asked the grasshopper,
Can you help?
The grasshopper said,
I'd rather play.
In December the work was done. The ants had parties and lots of fun. The grasshopper asked,
Can I come in?
The ants weren't sure. They all said,
We asked for help the whole year long, but you just played and fiddled your
A
song.
little ant asked the grasshopper,
Was that right?
The grasshopper said,
No, that was wrong. Will you help us work next year? Yes, I promise. Don't you
A
fear.
little ant asked the grasshopper,
Please come in and play us a tune on your mandolin. That was a good story, Mom. Thanks. I promise I'll be a better grasshopper next time.
What do you think the kids are up to?
I'm not sure, but they sure are excited.
They said to be in the living room at 3 o'clock.
It's almost time. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and enjoy our presentation of a famous old story. The tortoise, hello, and the hare, hello. Ready, Ollie? Ready. Ready, Holly? Ready. Ready, Dewey? Ready. Let's go! One day a rude hare, feeling boastful and proud, said to the tortoise in a voice very slow, but I think I'm more steady than you. Who needs to be steady? Hare said with a giggle, and his whiskers did twitch and his cotton tail wiggled. The hare and the tortoise stood face to face. Let's settle the question by running a race. You've got to be kidding! Ready, set, go! The tortoise stood still, but the hare ran like lightning right over the hill. He ran and he ran without breaking a sweat. I'll beat that old tortoise by hours, I bet. Meanwhile, the tortoise moved steady and slow, because that was exactly how fast she could go. That tortoise was stubborn, that tortoise was tough. I'll never give up. The hare found a carrot patch by a cool lake. I guess it won't hurt if I take a short break. He plucked out a carrot to munch by the shore, and after he ate, he started to snore. Meanwhile, the tortoise continued to waddle. I must not delay, and I must not dawdle. The road it was long, and the road it was tough. I'll never give up. And little by little, and later that day, the tortoise caught up to where the hare lay. The hare snored so loud that it made tortoise giggle, and as she trudged by, her little tail wiggled. And to her surprise, when she came round the bend, she saw that she almost had come to the end. The crowd at the finish line made such a roar that the hare came awake in the midst of a snore. Up jumped the hare. Oh no, this can't be. The tortoise will get to the end before me. The hare ran as fast as a speedy hare could, but it was too late. Oh, this is not good. The tortoise crossed over the race finish line. She beat the hare by 1 second of time. When things are hard and the going gets tough, don't ever, no never, don't ever give up. Help! Don't worry, Dewey. Here I come. Haha, I was just joking. I'm okay, Ollie. Help! Don't worry, Dewey. I'll save you. Haha, fooled you.
Dewey, come over here, and I'll tell you a little story. It's about a little shepherd boy named Bob, and he was just about your age, Dewey. There was a little boy who watched the sheep. There was a little boy who watched the sheep. The little boy,
My name is Bob.
guarding the flock was his job, so the wolf wouldn't rob the farmer's sheep. He thought it would be fun to play a trick. He thought it would be fun to play a trick. He thought it would be fun to fool everyone and make the farmer run just for a trick. He shouted down the hill,
There's a wolf, come quick!
he shouted down the hill.
There's a wolf, come quick!
But when the farmer came, he could see it was a game. It was very plain to see there was no wolf.
No wolf!
Little boy, don't you play that trick again.
Yes, sir!
Little boy, don't you play that trick again.
Yes, sir!
Because if you tell a lie, I won't believe you by and by. So never cry wolf again.
No, sir!
But later on the boy did it again.
Wolf, wolf!
Later on the boy did it again.
Wolf, wolf!
But when the farmer came, he could see it was the same. It was very plain there was no wolf.
No wolf!
Little boy, don't you play that trick again.
Yes, sir!
Little boy, don't you play that trick again.
Yes, sir.
It's not very nice to have to tell you twice, so never, never cry wolf again.
No, sir.
But then a real wolf came along.
Oh, no.
But then a real wolf came along.
Oh, no.
The wolf began to creep in among the little sheep, and the boy began to weep.
It's a wolf. Oh, no.
He shouted down the hill.
There's a wolf. Come quick.
He shouted down the hill.
There's a wolf. Come quick.
But the farmer never came because he thought it was a game, and that sure was a shame.
But it's a wolf. Oh, no.
The wolf took all the farmer's sheep away.
Bye-bye.
The wolf took all the farmer's sheep away.
Bye-bye.
Every lamb and every ewe, there was nothing Bob could do. The wolf took all the farmer's sheep away.
Toodaloo. I'm sorry, Mr. Farmer, I was wrong.
Good boy.
I'm sorry, Mr. Farmer, I was wrong.
Good boy.
I promise I will try to never tell a lie.
And he never ever told a lie again.
The end. I'm sorry, Holly and Ollie. I won't ever try to trick you again.
Come on and play, play, play. Apples and bananas. Stories and songs, songs, songs. And apples and bananas. Puzzles and games, games, games. And apples and bananas. English and math, math, math. Apples and bananas. Color and draw, draw, draw. And apples and bananas. Download the app, app, app. Apples and bananas.